Welcome to WWP Clips. This is the official Clips channel for We Want Picks. We'll be uploading our individual fight breakdown videos here, so make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss any of our content. And as always, go to wewantpicks.com/bets, sign up with any one of our 5 betting partners, make a deposit, and we send you $50 as a thank you. Next up, at UFC Vegas 57, we have Umar Nurmagomedov taking on Nate Maness. Umar Nurmagomedov is a 14-0.
Maness.
Nate Mans.
I think it's Maness.
I think it's Maness.
It's Maness.
Umar Nurmagomedov is 14-0 in his career, and he's coming off a quick win over Brian Kelleher. Nate Maness.
What's your favorite planet?
Is 14-1. He's 4-1 in his last 5, coming off a TKO win over Tony Gravely. And Umar Nurmagomedov is exactly the type of fighter you expect him to be with that last name. He has only 2 fights in the UFC, but he's already racked up 6 takedowns, 5 minutes of control time, and 2 rear naked chokes. His striking is okay, but his wrestling is fantastic. He uses kicks really well to stay out of range, and then he comes charging in with his wrestling, and he looks for those takedowns. If he misses the first, he'll transition to the second, and he just has amazing chain wrestling from there. Nate Maness is one of the bigger guys in the division. He's got plenty of experience fighting pure wrestlers. He's coming off that great knockout win over Tony Gravely, where he defended 5 takedowns and had 1 of his own. And in fact, he has 3 fights in the UFC with 3 wins and a takedown in every single one of them. He's a well-rounded guy with solid submissions, solid power, and good kickboxing. He's very tough, and he's willing to slug it out. Umar is a massive favorite coming into this fight. I get it. I totally understand why. He's an undefeated wrestling beast with the right amount of cauliflower ear and the right last name. Nate Maness is not Brian Kelleher, though. He's not a guy that you can take down and just submit. He's not a guy that's going to shy away from the grappling or be afraid to initiate his own takedowns and his own grappling exchanges. So while I'm not going to pick Maness here, I don't think this is the first round destruction that everybody thinks it's going to be. I think Nate Maness, he's going to earn a lot of respect in this loss. It might be a back and forth fight. I think this is the first true test of Umar Nurmagomedov's career. Because of that, I'm not going to bet on it, because I do think he wins. The odds are insane to go money line. I'm not going to sell the rounds. You hear us talk about the sell the round bet all the time. I'm not going to sell the rounds because Nate might be able to steal one. I don't know. Or Umar's going to come in here and just smoke that dude and, look like the next Khabib. What do you think, Jakey boy?
Yeah, I'm not going to do anything against Umar until he shows any sign of weakness. To me, and tell me, Angela, if you agree, when I watch him, because everyone thinks they see the last name and they think he's just a grappler, right? Just wrestler. And you heard Joe Rogan talk about it in his last fight. His strikes are second to none. Or his kicks. His kicks are second to none. His kicks are unreal. And Khabib's talked about if he can get his hands even half to where his kicks are, he is going to be a big problem. And when I watch him, I think of another guy who is an incredible wrestler, incredible grappler, who is also
I can't even
get it out. Who also is a fantastic kicker, and that is Ryan. He is basically Ryan Hall reincarnated.
Did Ryan Hall die?
Yeah, I think
his
he
ACL
did.
Yeah.
I think somebody said he's going to be on Joe Rogan. Can't wait for that. That's going to be a bottle of lotion for me. It's going to be. He's basically Ryan Hall too. Anyway, let me get back to the breakdown. Until Umar proves me wrong, I got to go with them. And I know the odds have ballooned to minus 1,200. It's crazy. I found minus 170 for inside the distance. I put 1.7 units to get a unit back for inside the distance. Until somebody shows that they can stand up to this kid, I'm going to go all in on inside the distance bets for him. And if I lose it, that's fine. I think he dominates this fight. Obviously, Nate Maness is a willing opponent. As you mentioned, you have decent offensive wrestling and defensive wrestling as well. There might be some issues. Only a blue belt? A little bit concerning. What I will notice is, I will say, the thing that I noticed the most is that Tony Gravely fight. The takeaway from that fight was after he knocked out Tony Gravely, Tony Gravely took a shot on Keith Peterson, and goddamn, does Keith Peterson have a good sprawl, man? That guy's got good takedown defense. Tony Gravely was knocked out, went for his leg. The Keith Peterson sprawl was there. Didn't get the takedown on Keith Peterson. Look out for Keith Peterson in the atom weight division coming up. So I'm Umar all the way.
So let's talk about we talk about buying rounds, selling rounds, the plus 3.5 bet, the minus 3.5 bet. If you watch, there's 200 of you watching right now. And if you watch this, you've heard us do those bets before. I like the sell a round. You sell 3.5 points on a judge's scorecard. Basically, your fighter needs to win a unanimous 30-27 or win inside the distance. You can get some really good odds on that. So I'm looking at them now. It takes Umar from minus 850. Nobody cares about Ryan Hall. They're
talking about trading cards in the chat. Thank you.
It takes Jesus Christ. It takes Umar Nurmagomedov from minus 850 to minus 450. So if you think he wins a dominant 30-27 or inside the distance, you can get that at minus 450, which is solid, right? Because Umar inside the distance is a little different, and this covers all those bases. If you think Nate Maness can win one round, if he could just win one round and not get finished, you can get him at plus 325, which is stupid. I wouldn't do that bet. But anyway, I'm not grabbing either one because I do think Nate is super tough, but that's where this is the exact fight that you would use a minus, sell some rounds, sell some points.
It's not bad. I inside the distance minus 170 for a 1,200 favorite. I'll take that all day.
800 minus 850 favorite.
It's 1,200 right now. Go ahead and look it up. Show it on the screen.
That's crazy. That I already closed it, but that's crazy because I did these graphics about 3 hours ago. Anyway, Umar Nurmagomedov, $9,500 in DraftKings. Probably. Right? He may get the finish, definitely the grappling. So he's probably worth it in DraftKings. And like Jacob said, until he lets you down, how could you against him?
Choo choo. Come on.
I'm not picking against the guy. I'm just saying Nate Maness is.
Come on, ride the train.
Okay, you're a mess right now. Monkey Knife by Strike Line. This is another one I'm not touching. You're legit getting muted. It's another one that I'm. Yeah, there it is muted. It's another one.
Oh, the unmute.
I'm not touching this Monkey Knife by Strike Line because, again, Nate is super tough, but Umar could submit him in 30 seconds. It could go the distance. I'm not 100% positive. What do you think of the Monkey Knife by Strike Line?
I don't know.
It's a tough line because this is definitely the toughest fight. Jesse
said less. I'm going less. I'll go less.
It probably is, and maybe I'm giving Nate a little too much credit right now. We want picks.com. We want picks.com. Shut up. We want picks.com/bets.
That was the dad voice.
Sign up, make a deposit, and we will send you $50 as a thank you. We want picks.com/bets.